Have you ever felt like you were in over your head with a project? Like you're drowning in the details and just need someone to throw you a lifeline.
I think we've all been there. That feeling of being overwhelmed is something a lot of people can relate to.
Exactly. And today we're going to dive into a story about a guy named Steve
Okay.
who was in that exact situation. He's manufacturing CEO,
Hmm.
and he was facing some pretty big challenges,
Right.
but he figured out a way to overcome them. And his story really highlights
Yeah.
how finding the right partner can make all the difference in the world.
I like that. The right partner can be a game changer. Partnerships are absolutely critical in business, and this deep dive really showcases that.
For sure. So Steve, he's this ambitious CEO,
Hmm.
and he wants to grow his manufacturing business by bidding on some large-scale projects.
Make sense? That's how you scale up.
Right. But there's a problem.
Oh.
To secure these bids, he needs what are called mechanical shop drawings.
Ah, I see. Those are essential in manufacturing. They're basically blueprints that show exactly how everything will be made and put together.
Precisely. They're like super detailed instructions for the entire project.
Right, and without them, it'd be chaos, like trying to build a house with no foundation.
Exactly. And for Steve, time was of the essence. Every delay in getting those drawings done meant lost money and opportunities.
I bet. So what did he do?
Well, his first thought was to hire an architectural firm.
Seemed like the obvious choice.
Yeah, but as you might expect, those big firms come with big price tags.
Yeah, oh yeah. They can be pricey.
And their quote was way over Steve's budget.
Oof, that's a setback. So he needed a plan B and fast.
He did. And this is where the concept of niche expertise comes in.
I love that you brought that up. Sometimes the biggest, most well-known companies aren't always the best fit for a particular problem.
You hit the nail on the head. Steve needed a more specialized solution, right?
Absolutely.
Enter Terry Dobbs. Terry's the founder of Plans for You, a design service that focuses specifically on creating those shop drawings that Steve needed.
Interesting. So kind of like a boutique firm that specializes in that one thing.
Exactly. And the best part, Terry was able to offer Steve a quote that was within his budget.
That's huge. That must have been a relief for Steve.
It was. Plus, Terry could start working immediately, no waiting around for weeks or months.
That's crucial when time is money. And I bet Steve appreciated the direct communication too, right? No dealing with layers of bureaucracy.
Absolutely. They met at Oklahoma Canopies and Awnings to discuss the project.
Okay.
And Steve could tell right away that Terry had the skills and experience to get the job done.
I'm curious, what gave Steve that confidence?
Well, for one, Terry has an engineering degree, which shows he's got the technical chops.
Makes sense.
But what really sealed the deal for Steve was that Terry's also a master carpenter.
Ah, so not just theoretical knowledge, but hands-on experience too.
Exactly. Terry understood the practical side of construction, not just the design aspect.
That's a powerful combination, and I bet it gave Steve a lot of confidence, knowing that Terry had actually built things with his own hands.
It did. And that trust was key to their successful partnership.
So how did things progress from there?
Well, they established a really smooth workflow. Steve would provide the project specifications to Terry, and then Plans for You, led by Terry, would deliver those high-quality shop drawings, always on time and within budget.
See, that's what happens when you have clear communication, shared understanding, and the right expertise.
I totally agree. And the results speak for themselves. With those drawings in hand, Steve's company was able to secure bids on some pretty impressive projects.
Oh yeah, like what?
Like work for Oral Roberts University, Tulsa River Parks, Meals on Wheels, Dunkin' Donuts.
Wow, that's quite a range.
It is. And numerous schools across Oklahoma and Texas.
Amazing. So from struggling to get those drawings to landing these big projects, that's a real testament to the power of finding the right partner.
It really is. And Steve himself said it best in a testimonial.
What did he say?
He said, "Partnering with Plans for You was the best decision I made for my business. Terry's expertise, quick turnaround, and budget-friendly services allowed us to secure bids on major commercial projects. Plans for You isn't just a service, it's a strategic partner for success."
That's a powerful statement. It really captures the essence of a win-win partnership, where both sides contribute to each other's growth.
I think so too. And Steve's story offers a valuable lesson for anyone who's feeling overwhelmed by a complex project. Sometimes all it takes is finding that right partner, someone who understands your needs and can bring the expertise and support you're lacking.
It makes you think, doesn't it? What areas in our own lives could benefit from this kind of plans for you approach?
That's a great question for everyone to ponder. Are there opportunities we're missing out on because we haven't found that perfect collaborator? Something to think about. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep seeking out those partnerships that can propel you forward.
Well said.
Thanks.
I always enjoy our deep dives.
You too. See you next time.
Sounds good.